How's it going, guys? Today we're just going to do a quick little workout, run you through a few exercises, and the length of it should be around 10 to 15 minutes. And all you need today is you're just going to need your mat. We don't need anything crazy, anything out of the ordinary. Just your mat and enough room to be able to swing your arms and your legs without running into anything. So maybe be mindful of if the couch is too close to you or if anything else is too close. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to start by laying flat on our back here, right? You're going to turn and face. You want your feet to be flat. Now, one of the practices and the 6 key principles of Pilates is control. So when you roll down, you don't want to just plop down. You know, part of the effort that you're going to make is that you want to be in control of your movement, because this is where spinal articulation comes from, and just being more mindful of the movement of your body. That's one of the benefits of Pilates. So first we're going to sit here. You're going to keep your shoulders calm. You don't want to be too shrugged or too relaxed. You want to reach your arms straight forward, right? Pull the shoulder blades down your back, curl your tailbone, and you flex in your spine, and then you keep your eyes on your navel as you contract the powerhouse in order to control yourself down to the mat. Now, just that alone is going to get your core working. Flat on your back here, we bring the legs into a tabletop position, right? So a tabletop position is going to be just an arm's distance away, right? It's the distance between your shoulder and your wrist to your knee, right? You'll be able to feel it in your lower abs. Once you established your tabletop position, body scan. Feel. Do you feel your hips? Do you feel your quads? Can you feel your core working? Can you feel your lower abs working? How can you tell you're in a tabletop position? One of the things is your back. Your spine should feel neutral. It shouldn't be over exaggerated, and your tailbone shouldn't be curled up. See, you might notice how my knees came closer to me. That's because the pelvis has to roll flat there. That's what you just tuck your pelvis. See how the knees move with the pelvis? That's the significance of the tabletop position. So now, what I want you to do is something called a knee fold. We're going to flex our feet. We're going to drop one heel down to touch the floor, tap, and then you come up. You inhale as you go down, exhale up. Inhale, exhale. The breath is important more than anything else first, because in the 6 key principles, breathing is the first act of the 6 key principles. First act of life and the last is actually what he says. Inhale down, exhale up. You inhale, lift the abs, exhale up. There you go. Maintain your tabletop position. You're only going to do 5 reps. You're then going to give your hip flexors a rest by gently tugging your knees in. Now, it's so common for us to chicken wing our elbows out, but you want to drop your elbows down by your side, pull the knees into your chest, and keep the tailbone anchored down, and you get a nice stretch on your back. So now, we're going to begin with the lifting of the head, neck, and shoulders. Now, how do we do that? Now, the idea is one of the most common practices in Pilates is that a lot of people will feel the tension on the back of their neck, right? This is due to improper flexion of the spine. You could have a neck injury, and there's plenty of reasons of why that's the problem. But first things you want is to make sure that your chin and your neck is long, right? The act of lifting your head, neck, and shoulders comes from the upper rectus abdominus, right? So you relax the arms down by your side. You're going to lift the head, neck, and shoulders up, right? And you're still looking, keeping your eyes straight forward. You don't want to look up at the ceiling. You just don't control the positioning of the head. Then once you're up, you slowly roll down. All right? You lengthen the neck, pull the abs in. You lift the head, neck, and shoulders up. Hold there. Now, body scan. You want to make sure that you're not digging in with your feet. You're solely holding yourself up with your powerhouse, your abs, your hips, and the small of your back is flat into the mat here. You curl up, pull those abs in, hold here, and then here. The thing that I want to explain here is when you lift your head up like so, right? Gravity is pushing on the front side of your face, and that's what's working these muscles back here in the back of your neck, which is straining your neck. The idea is that you have to curl up more. It might be easier to flex your spine by pulling your knees closer to your chest and pulling yourself up, then holding there. Then you will see, if you keep your eyes on your navel, that it helps you stay secure. And then you roll down. You should feel that alone is going to work your core a lot. So before we do the 100, I'm trying to teach you how to properly lift your neck. And now if you're someone with a neck injury, it's really important that you can keep your head rested and get the same results of your Powerhouse. It'll be a little less engagement of the rectus abdominus because you won't be flexing your spine, but you'll be able to work the internal, external obliques as well as your lower back. Just like so. It's here and here. Now, what I like to do is emphasize the midline cue, right? The midline cue is like, you don't have to press your knees together. A lot of people have hip injuries or just tightness in their hips to where they can't get their knees to meet together. Us guys, we have extra equipment down there that also allows for that to happen. So you want to go into this tabletop position here. You bring the heels together, right? And now, what I want you to do is just imagine that as you got your heels together, your knees are no wider than your shoulders here, right? So then you want to reach down, you want to tighten the abs, lower the heels down, and then lift them back up. Good, you want to lower down and lift them back up. So now that you learned how to activate the transverse abdominus there, right? What I want you to do next is lift the head, neck, and shoulders holding on to the knees. I want you to hold the arms there. I want you to lower the arms down and lift the arms up. The significance of this exercise is when we perform the 100, I don't want you dribbling your head around. I want you to have control, focusing on engaging the Powerhouse. Bring the arms down, then bring them up. Down, and then up. Down, and then up. The whole time, your neck is intense. You rest down here. So now, next, you lift the head, neck, and shoulders, you pump your arms. I'm breaking down each individual segment of the 100 here. What I really want you to focus on, though, is because technique is key to your growth in Pilates. It's getting the fundamentals. Everybody wants to do choreography, but what you really need to prioritize and focus on is just being in tune with how your body properly functions. That's the reason why I'm making these videos, is because I really want people to understand and get a more progressive understanding of how the method of Pilates is designed to help your body. And this isn't just about losing weight, toning your abs, toning your arms, even though you're going to get all those things through exercise alone. But what I want you to focus on is the breath now. The rhythm is inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, all right? So now, what I want you to focus on is inhaling for the 5 counts. That's inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Now, you're going to include the lifting of the head, neck, and shoulders, the tabletop position. You're also going to include the breath, and you want to stabilize your head and shoulders. So first things first, when performing 100, I'm going to count while doing it. One of the things that you want to be mindful of, is this is important that I left out, is that diaphragmatic breathing, is that you want to exhale as if you're trying to see your breath in cold air, not exhaling as if you want to see your breath, blowing out birthday candles, I'm sorry. It's inhale, exhale, Inhale. Exhale. So now, bring the knees into the tabletop position or into your chest. All things go into the powerhouse. Inhale, lift the head, neck, and shoulders. Bring the legs back. Inhale. Exhale. Bring the knees into your chest and rest your head. Now, I didn't do the counting out loud, but I will put into the video when I edit it the breath count. It's inhale for 5, exhale for 1. Inhale for 5, exhale for 1. I was prioritizing the breathing. If you go on to the next video, I will walk you through the 100 with the breath in the tabletop position. So, with no further ado, if you'd like to continue with your practice, move on to the next video.